it has different value for different rows. So it will calculate differently. It will go row by row. So in that those condition, I'll be calculating column. And what is the naming convention of a measure? It does not belong to a table. Uh, uh, Manu, can you go on mute? I think it is coming an echo from that side.
Okay, okay, I'll mute.
Let's see. Yeah. Hello. Now there is no echo. Okay. So when I'm see what is the naming convention? So naming convention of a measure can be something very global that you can use across all the tables, because measure does not belong to a single table. It you can create it anywhere and it will work for your all the tables if they are joined. Because when we are calculating a measure, you just said that you want to know about user relationship. So it is not user relationship, it is use relationship. I'll show you how that works. But for now, I'll show you the example. What is use relationship? I'll open the Microsoft documentation for it. Yes. So when I have multiple relationship for the same table, like if I have one table here, so here I have only one table, might be. Okay, I have one more table here, one more table, and I have only one date, right? But in case I have, suppose here I have joined on, just wait. Um, I have joined this date, this one date with this date. Okay. But suppose if I have some another date as well, like if it is a order date and ship date, so I have two dates which I want to join on this date column. In that case, you cannot have two active relationship on one single on between two tables. In those cases, the another relationship becomes inactive, and for that, when you want to calculate uh, something which is some value which from that inactive relationship, in that case you explicitly write to DAX that use this relationship. So if it is use relationship, it is not user relationship. In that case, it says use relationship between this column and this column. So here you might write uh, use relationship between order date and date, or use relationship between ship date and date, because you cannot have two active relationship between uh, two tables. So in that case we use relationship. You might get to see here examples as well. Yeah, so here is an example. So example says that calculate sum of sales amount and use relationship between ship date and date. So here it says that the other relationship which was could have been active, like order date and date might have been active, but you want to calculate the sales based on your ship date. In that condition, you need to write explicitly, tell your Power BI that you want a relationship from this between these two columns. So you write use relationship between ship date and date. So it explicitly says that, see, a relationship between ship date and date must exist and should not be active. I said this is only be used when your relationship is inactive. And also the relationship between order date and date should exist and should be active. So this is the condition when you use that. Okay, let's go ahead. uh, Unmute yourself whenever you want to ask a question, or you have, because I think it was getting giving echo.
Sure, sure, Deepa.
Okay, so going to when you calculate measuring columns, you use a column when you need to slice or create a filter. So that time you create uh, a column, because when you want to create a filter on a measure, it is not possible. Like suppose here I have created multiple measures these days in period and all. but I cannot create a filter of it out of it. See, I have a filter and days and best. So this is not possible. Okay. But if I want, if I if in case I want to create a filter from this value, I need to create this as a column, because for filter you need a physical value. You use a measure when you want to calculate percentage, you want to do some ratios, you want to do some complex aggregation. In that case you use uh, measure. Third is, when you use measure, it completely depends upon your requirement, that uh, if the file size is too big, you try to avoid that, you do not increase the file size. In that case you create measure. But if your file size is not too big and your runtime is more important, in that case what you do is you create a column, because when you create a column it becomes into the physical memory, and it is a very little bit faster from measure. However, Power BI takes care of the measure, and they are pretty faster. But in case you want more fast your report, because when the file size is too big, like some to, uh, 10 lakhs rows are there, in that case we also create columns, but we try to avoid that. When I say,
Deepa, can you go to the previous slide one time?
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
1 second.
I'll share this slide with you.
Okay, sure, Deepa. Thank you.
When I say aggregation function, like when you create a measure, so these are some aggregation function. I have one cheat sheet as well, which is pretty handy. So here you can also get prepared like this. But these are pretty things. There are some 200,000 of DAX, but everybody can't remember everything. So it's like, when you use something, uh, you you start learning that there might be many DAGs which I haven't not used, like 3 dash function. There is no use of that. So in that case I tried to learn that, but since there was no uses in my current role, I never used it, so I'm not very familiar to it. So there are many DAX function. Try to learn whatever you have. Okay, let it load. Okay, it is loading. So there are aggregation function. So aggregation is pretty straight. What do you want to aggregate? You might calculate sum, average, mean, max, min. So these all are aggregation function. Uh, and these aggregation function works only on the numeric values. And aggregate only on one column. So you can write sum of order price. You want to aggregate on multiple columns, so then you write something like sum of order price multiplied by order of quantity, like you are doing price multiplied by quantity gives you one value, right? So these are different kinds of aggregation you perform through measures. Now there are different x function as well. First we'll do that. By the time it loads, I was hoping it will load. It will load in some time. Yeah. Mm. Well, this is not the one that I'm expecting. I created some filter out of that. Okay, leave it. I'll share that. Yeah. So how are things in US?
I think they're opening everything, Deepa, slowly. The schools, restaurants, everything.
It's good.
Yeah.
Matlab it's pretty much in control, right?
Yes, yes. They're also thinking to give the vaccine, same vaccine to the kids now, from 6 to 12.
Vaccines to the kids.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Not right now, but in a month or two, I think they will start giving it.
Okay. So that's what I was talking about. That what are the different date and time functions? So these are different date and time functions which you will find it here, right? What are the different filter functions? So these are different filter functions. Information functions, like it might contain uh, it contains each blank, each seven, each logical, something like that. Logical functions, and, or, nor, if, false, these are logical functions. uh, Mathematical function of very less use. Then you use other functions like date table, except, generate series. So these are important functions though. Then you use these statistical functions. So these are you mostly use, but not all. Then you have some text functions. We use it, lower function, mm, these functions, and these are that. So mostly we use these functions. So I took it from here. This all records, I took it from here, Microsoft, and then I did it. So it's like you can refer to n number of DAX, but it's like what is of uses. So we'll go to finance and we'll try to create some measures. So do you remember we created a separate table for this measure? You remember that? How we did?
A separate table for this measure.
Yeah. How do we
Oh
did?
yeah, we created a separate column.
We created a separate insert data.
Hmm.
Insert,
Yes.
we went to insert and we created a table, remember? Here.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Just wait. There is insert data, is there? Yeah, insert data. Yeah. So when you go here, insert data, and you put some table name and you load it, you can create some table like this. Okay. And this is just to create a folder for a major, nothing much. Now, since I said that majors does not belong to any table, that's why, just to keep a sanity of my majors, I have created a separate folder for my majors. So when I said, that what are the aggregation function, so this is one aggregation function, sum of financial sales. So this is one aggregation function. Then I said uh, calculate sum of sales where dates are uh, the dates MTD means month to date. So this is one more aggregation function with a date filter. Dates MTD is a date filter. How this works, let me show you. So when you write a calculate function, it asks for a expression. It first asks for expression and then asks for the filter. So you remember we did, what was the expression? We did a sum of financial sale. Either you can also do that. Your expression means any aggregation you want to do on this calculate. So you already did it, the sales. So this is your aggregation. Now what filter you want to apply? So you want to apply MTD, dates MTD. Now this, what this date MTD ask for? This asks for that on what dates you want to apply on it. So you wanted to apply on date and date which is in the financial year. So this will work like that. So this is how, so this is an aggregate function, but this is a filter function. This is how aggregation works. Now when I say that what are different filter function, so these are different functions. Like I said that calculate always asks for one aggregation function first, aggregation or something which is calculated. So here I said sum of financials. Then I said okay, do sum same period last year or any filter I want to write. Okay, so that's how it works. But now how the columns work? Okay, let's see here. So here I have, here is the sales price. Okay, and here let me check gross sales, discount, discount and profit. Okay, so I would say gross sales, so discount is 0. So gross sales minus discount would be your uh, sales. Yeah, sales. So you can you can do a calculation and see how it works. So I already told you that there are x functions also. When you are writing something like that, that price multiplied by quantity will give you what will this give you? Price multiplied by quantity, this will give you the total sales value. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So suppose here, do we have price? We have manufacturing price.
Sales price.
We can have units sold as well. Yeah. So this is unit sold and this is manufacturing price. So actually we have sales price this here. So 1513 multiplied by 350. I think this would give us the gross sales. Let me check. Mhm. You got it? This one. Now on top of this, the company is giving some discount. So here there is no discount, so the sales value is same, and hence the profit is this because the manufacturing price is only 3. Yeah. Now this can be calculated, the sales value. This is the sale value which is a calculated column. Yeah, here you are seeing in data, it's fine, but it is a calculated thing. What you are doing? You are doing something unit price multiplied by manufacturing price, uh, which is a gross sales amount, and then you're subtracting with a discount. This is giving you sales. Yeah. Now, if you want to do it using a measure, what will happen is it will aggregate all the units sold. So it will do the sum of units sold. Then it will do the manufacturing price of sum of the manufacturing price. Then it will multiply. So this will give you a wrong result. Let's try to do this. So first of all, we'll create a column. And we'll try to write just calculated sales. So it would be unit sold uh, multiplied by manufacturing price. So this is the gross sales and minus discounts. Okay. Hmm. Units sold multiplied by the 529 minus discounts. Hmm. What
They were
else?
units sold into sales price, right? Not manufacturing price.
No, you are right.
You are right.
Yeah. So now here we can see that. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing using a measure and you'll see the difference.
So what we did right there, it's what is it called? The per column, right?
This is a
This is a
calculated column.
calculated
We did a
column. We did a
Okay.
calculated column.
calculated column.
Okay.
So okay, yes.
Okay. Now we'll create a measure. Hmm. So first of all, measure always works on aggregation. So it will not take financial units sold. It will always take sum of. Okay.
Okay, it's like the basic rules. Okay.
Yeah.
So sum of units sold is 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 this going to be the sum of the whole row of the whole column, Deepa?
Yeah, and that's what I
That's
wanted to
what I
tell you
wanted to
that
tell you that
here it
here
would be
it
missed.
would be missed.
Yeah.
So here you have calculated one. This value. This was coming from calculated sales. And here you have calculated measure. Can you see the difference? Why it is happening? Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Let's see.
This
So
is
the left
required.
one is the calculated column, the right one is the calculated measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll
But
see
we'll
And
see
why we
why
need a
we need a
difference.
difference.
Okay. So here we want unit price. There was one price. Yeah. Now you see, actually the value should be this, right? But here,
yes.
But here,
actually what it
actually,
is
what it
doing, this calculation is doing, it is multiplying this value 1.13 by 83 and this is giving you 93, which is not
which
right,
is
Yes.
not
right? Okay, let's take another thing. Um, let's take some product. Okay. Okay. So again, you see the sales value is this, but it is taking the whole thing, right? So, and that's why it is getting wrong. Yeah. So in that case, what you can do this by measure, but uh, but this is not right. Why? Because it is adding the all the units sold and adding all the sales price, and then it is multiplying. You see that in the formula as well, and which is not right. You cannot just do like this. So in those cases, we use a x function, and this is the x function. This x functions tells you to work on row by row. For each row in the sales table or whatever the table name, it evaluates the formula and then sum up the results inside that formula with and it works on the row wise thing it happens. So see, we'll write here returns the sum of an expression evaluated for each row in the table. Okay, now it asks from which table. So we have this financial table. Now what expression do you want? I want to multiply units sold and then I want to multiply it by manufacturing price and then subtract by discount.
Deepa, why are we writing first one as only financials?
Because it is asking for the table. You perhaps forgot to see.
Okay.
Let me first write it like this.
Sum of,
When you're writing a sum x function,
okay, okay, the
it
table.
asks for a table.
Okay, okay, okay. So the table name is financials. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why how. Okay, you got to see one more thing. Uh, Here I wrote. Here when I was writing unit sold, unit, there was a measure as well. So mind you, don't use this measure because it will, what this will do, it will again sum up all the measures, right? Sum up all the units sold. This you don't want. You want it to be calculated row wise. Okay. So let's take this and do this. Okay. So see what this value is giving. Ideally, it should be same. Uh, Units sold multiplied by manufacturing price discount minus discount. We did the same thing. Okay, let me take a. So are we working on some filters here? Guess there would be some. Let me take some filter out of it and check. Mhm. There is something wrong. Let me try. Hmm. You say there is something wrong. Sale price is different from this calculated sales. Why the sale price is like this? And this is all same for all the countries. This is wrong. This value is not calculated, then why it is coming like this? Okay, let's check again. We have sales. So are this values same? But this is not. What is this value? Sale price?
Surprise.
Let us check. Maybe I'm using a wrong value to verify. Yeah. No, I should not use this. I should use sales. No, I'm using the same thing, sales. And I'm using here sales measure too. What is the measure I'm using? I think I used somewhere price, and this price is wrong. Yeah, this and this. Yeah. So this is my sales, and now I'll do my. Hmm. So this is coming out to be, which is wrong. This is wrong, ideally, but this should not be wrong. Yeah, we are doing sum x for the table. Hmm. Why this is giving wrong results? And that could be the reason we always use columns for these things, because this is uh calculate financials multiplied minus. Okay, let me try doing this first. Hmm. This is not sure why it is happening. There are dates as well. I have to verify why this is happening. So for this date, Amarella, this unit was sold. I might be doing something too wrong. Units sold multiplied by price will give me gross sales. Okay, let's first do that itself and see. And take gross sales as well. Hmm. What is wrong here? This is not taking filter context. Mhm. This value is getting on higher side, but my formula is right. Let me just refer. Sum x and table expression return the sum of expression evaluated by each row. So this is not wrong. Not sure why.
It's the sales price, right, Deepa, not the manufacturing price, I think.
Oh God. And now why I'm thinking so much that why my value is not right. Let me write it all again. Shit. So it was sum x. Sum x inside I want financials. Then I wanted to do a unit sold. So I'll use this. Then I wanted to do unit sold multiplied by sales price. Uh,
Yeah, it's not showing.
it will.
Oh, yeah, financial sale price. Right there. The sixth one.
And I was using the wrong column and I was thinking why my value is not right. Fine. Now it's fine, you see? All the values are okay now. So, yeah. So, the one that we did a calculated sales and we can use the same thing using a calculated measure, but only when you are using a x function, because x function calculate like I showed you all the x functions. These are x functions: x sum x, average x, min x, max x. So these helps you to calculate row wise. In those cases you can calculate a measure, but if you are doing something on aggregated things you cannot work on measures. So that's why you are getting a wrong value here, but you are getting a right value over here. Is that okay?
Yes, okay, Deepa.
Sorry, apologies, I was using wrong column and we got confused.
Oh, no,
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay, so now similarly we can work on average x and we can see how it works. Average or mean or something. हम क्लास ले रहे, जरूरी है चिल्लाना? Okay. So Similarly, like if I want to see the average of sales, or uh, min of sales, max of sales. So when you want to see a max of sales, it is very obvious that if you write something, some function over here which is max of sales, it will show you on uh, across all the columns. But when you are writing max x, it will first take some context, that on what context you want to find your max. So see, max always takes the table containing the row in which the expression is evaluated, and then it takes the table to be evaluated for each row. It will take the expression how you want to evaluate, like you want to multiply tax, you want to add tax amount plus freight charge. Now it will take row by row, it will take the max value. Now but like suppose here also you can see it is taking max, inside that it is taking one table. So what is the table? The table is filter, table is the filtered value of sales, where the territory code is 5. So this is one table. Out of that it is adding tax amount plus freight charges, and then it is taking the max of that value. So this is how the max works. So let's try doing this here. Max, oh, if I am writing only max, it returns the largest numeric value or the largest string which is into a column, right? It
Yes, like
ignores,
Excel. Yeah.
yeah, it will work like that. But if we'll use max a, it will return the largest value in the column and does not ignore any logical values. Like if you have, if you have written something logical value, when you, it means when you have written some expression, like I just showed you in the there max a, and here it will again return the largest numeric value resulting on an evaluated expression. A means it will not ignore any value or did not ignore any value or text. So it will take all the true false things as well, and take true as 1, false as 0. So it will based on that it will evaluate everything in your column and take the value. So for now we are doing max, and we are doing it on sales. So we'll take a column, not a measure. So here is sales. So max always ask for a table function first. So my table is finance, and then it asks that what expression from which you want to find the max, right? So like you see here, it is doing some sum of this amount plus this amount, and then you do, because it is not just going to the sales column and finding the max, it is doing some expression calculation. So like suppose if you just write here like this, it will again not give you any error, it will give no error, because it will think that okay, this is how you want to go. Just wait. Yeah. Hmm. So again, this will not give you any error. But then the difference between these two is it is not evaluating any function. It is just going to the sales function and finding the mean. For now, it is also doing the same thing, but you can do a change here. You can do something like, because you know that sales value is unit sold multiplied by, correct me this time, multiplied by sales price, not fine like this, price minus. So now this time what will happen is it will go to every row, every calculation, and then find. Okay, let's see. So this is again because since on every row this calculation is happening. Now when max works the best? When you are doing some aggregation. Okay, I just want that when I'm doing sum of two values, like suppose I'm doing a calculation which is sum of unit price and um, sum of like sum of unit price and sum of uh, manufacturing, sum of sales price, sum of units sold and sum of sales price. Now when you are doing a sum and you want to find a max from that, like what is the maximum value from that value? So in that case, like suppose here I just want to see, I'm not taking any discount value. So it is first of all doing an expression, it is multiplying units sold by sales price and then finding the max value. So this is max function. But this thing you cannot do using a aggregated measure, because if you do like this one, max function, max, max, yeah. So here if you want to do like this, max, I just wrote max because it wants only one column. So I don't have any one column for some of these two. So even if I do sum of these two, like first of all I do a sum somewhere. What I did, you remember, I did unit sold multiplied by sales price. So let me do that. So unit sold multiplied by sales price is, I think it is nothing but the gross sales. Okay, yeah, gross sales is there, so do need to calculate it again. Gross sales. So it is then max of gross. So this is again what is happening. It is going to each of them and doing it is working on row wise. Now if you have done it using a measure, sorry, it is calculating column. Got it. I'm doing a measure. Okay, I'm doing units sold multiplied by just checking gross sales. Of units sold multiplied by why that sales price does not come. Okay, because this takes only one column, that's why. So you can't do it because when you are doing a calculation using two things, you cannot find a max function. So that's why you use a max x. Do you got it, Manu?
Yes, yes, Deba.
Okay.
Following.
Okay. So we'll go to the next. Uh, we learn max, max x, average x. Yep. Then we can learn of further using how to use variables. Okay. So what are variables? Variables are when I am trying to avoid some multiple calculation, I use variables. Like here I am using a total quantity is equal to sum of this. So what is happening is, first of all, when I'm doing this calculation, the Power BI will store this value. Okay. And on top of this total quantity variable, it will then perform multiple calculation. Okay. So let's see how it works. Suppose if I do not use variable, what you would have done for this? Hello?
I would use measure like
If I'm not using a variable and I just want to write that if my total sales is this, give me this, what you would have done? You see, because you are trying to find, first of all, you are trying to say that okay, go to do a sum of sales of quantity. See if that sum of sales is greater than 100, then write something. Or if your value is less than if uh, if it is greater than 1000, then multiply it by 0.95. If it is less than that, then multiply it by 1.25, right? So this is a simple calculation which you can do from a variable. But
yes,
if you do not have this variable, what you would have done? You would have first calculated the sum of sales,
yes,
right? First of all, you
right.
created a measure for this one, and then you write in another measure, you have to calculate this if condition, right? But when you are using
Right,
a
okay.
variable, you can do it in one go. So rather creating multiple measures, you can do the same thing using variables. So let's try to do
Okay,
this.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. So here I want to write yeah, sales. So I will write what should I name it? Um, I just want to write my sales based on my discount. So just give me a minute. I'll show you first the data. I got tired actually after speaking of this much.
No problem, no problem. If you wanna,
Yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Here I'm saying that apply a discount 0 when the discount band is none. Apply a discount band low when the discount band is low. Apply a discount of some this value. So actually this is percentage, not a fixed value. Okay. Apply when the discount band is something medium. Apply this discount. So you can see it is, I think it is a percentage. It is not the value. It is a percentage of something. It could be let's see, we can also calculate what the percentage is. It is ones, tens, hundred, thousand, and 20. I think it is a 50,000 discount. And for the low, it is 10% discount. You see, 10% discount. When your discount band is low, discount give a 10% discount. When your discount band is medium, you are giving 50% of discount. Say 21, and you are giving a discount of 10,000. Mm, it is point not 50%, it is 5%. And it is when you go to discount band high, see how much discount is there. It is,
it's 10%.
it's not 10%, it's more than that. Let me just find. 343. So it's 7.14%. Okay, it could be different as well. Let's see here, 672. Nine four one seven eight. Yeah, it is a 7.14 of discount, right? So this was 5% when discount band was minimum, so it was giving 5% of discount. It was when discount band was low, it is giving 1% of discount. When discount band is none, it is giving no discount. Now you can do, since it is an extended table, it is all calculated. But ideally how it happens that these things are not calculated. You have to calculate it using a measure, or some calculated column can also be there. So when you are using a calculated measure, how do you do that? So first of all, you go to create a measure. You are applying a discount based on your discount band, right? So I will say sales conditional. I will write conditional sales. First of all, what I'll do a total sum of sales. So my sum of sales is there. I have this. Then what I'll do is I'll create some variable. So here you see variable, when I'm first defining a variable and then I'm using multiple condition out of it. So now this is in green color. This is in green color means it is a variable. Now you can use this variable. So using this variable needs a function that is called return. You use it in other languages as well. You remember?
Yes,
You
yes.
remember? Return. So what do I want to return? I want to return something like if logical condition I'll write. If my sales value, so I'll use my this variable, this one x variable. So if my sales value is
I think if you should put the discount.
yeah, just wait, I'm thinking of this. um
If discount is high, discount is none.
yeah, so if band is high, so if my band is high, then sales multiplied by, what was that, 7.14 I think.
Yes. That,
So similarly what I wrote here, yeah, if this is that, then you multiply this, else this, else Now it is asking for false condition. Else, what I want to do, I can write another condition. Else, inside else condition, I can write if it was medium or mid,
I think it's medium.
then sales multiplied by 5. 5. So 5 means 0.05. 5%.
Yes, Deepa, 0.05.
0.05. Else it is low. So inside low condition, I can write another condition if ban is equal to low, then sales multiplied by 0.01, else no discount. Now let's close all the brackets. Yeah, as of now it's not getting any error. So these are conditional discounts. We should see if we are getting right values. It might be wrong as well. We have to verify. Mhm. And we had hmm, calculation error in measure conditional. A table of multiple values what supplies a table of multiple values. Some error is there. Hmm. Oh, this is giving multiple values. Let's see. We are not getting same values, so let us first verify what we are returning. Return ban. So this is returning fine, no error. Let us see what we are returning as sales. So this is also right. So it means there is some error in if condition. It could be right because we are multiplying wrong values.
Oh, Deepa, that should be 0.
Mm-hmm. We might be applying zero value, wrong values. That's why I'm trying to say.
I think it's 0.071.
Just seeing that 0.07. So it is same thing, right?
Yes, now it's right.
Sum divided by, we might verify. It could be a calculation here, nothing much because our formula is right. But let's verify. So I'm trying to write. Let's first go to high. I'm trying to write uh, sales. So I'm trying to write something like this, 80,801,444 divided by 0.0. It is divided by, right? It is not 801,444 multiplied by how many times you said? 0.014.
714.
Okay, let's see. 57. So it is not giving the same value, right?
Yeah.
It is giving
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Sorry. We have to work on 912 gross sales. Our formula is wrong here. Gross. It is not sales. It is gross sales. Mm-hmm. Our formula is actually we have to see that. Yeah. So for low, I just want that by what number I should divide 423,500 to get this 4235. So I should divide it by 0.01, right? So this will give me the right value. For this, there is no error. 42300 divided by 0.01. So divided by 10. 423 multiplied by, I should write, say, 423 multiplied by 0.01. 423.
Yes, it's 0.10, Deepa, not
So it is 0.10.
10.
It is 10%. We are doing
Yes.
wrong. You're right. Yeah. So it is 10%. It is first multiplied by 0.1. Okay. We'll write that. Next go to the low. So
Low
we
is
want
0.7.
679,000. 679,000. Okay. Divided by
Oh,
one.
triple zero, Deepa, not double triple.
600 divided
Yeah.
by 13580.
80. 50%. Okay.
So it means we have to multiply it by 50. Let me check.
We should multiply by 0.5.
Yeah, 679 multiplied by 0.5.
50.
No.
No, it's not. Mm, it's not 50.
Okay, let's check like this. Six,
I
seven.
think it's 5%. 0.005 into 0.05.
It is not 2. 20%, I think it is. 13580. See? 0.02.
135,800.
0.02.
Okay, yeah.
Because it is 50. So when you
Yeah.
divide 50 by 100, It will
Yeah.
give you like that.
Give it
Let's
again.
see again. 679 triple zero divided by
0.02.
multiplied by. So it is 0.02. It is fine.
Yes. Yes.
And if earlier was 0.1, and now see this for the high. Okay, first do this. So for low, it was 0.1. For medium, it was 0.02. And we are working on high. So we'll work on high. Okay. Let's work on C high. And this is high.
But 0.02 is 2%, right? Yeah. 0.02 is 2%.
It is medium discount. So 50. Okay, we'll verify it again. So it is 2760. No, not the, yeah, 2760. And if you multiply it by 0.02, 2760 multiplied by 0.02, uh, where we are doing wrong? 20760 multi what am 20760 multiplied by 0.02. What is happening? Let me divide it like this.
Are we doing the right thing? It's not. It's not medium. Or high.
It's medium.
Okay.
So for medium it was
Yeah.
2% 50, right?
Yes.
So 20760 divided by 18891.6 1.09. I'm getting mad.
Yeah. Me too.
30. Is it 10%? See? 309000.
Yeah, it's 10%. But that's for high. That's not for medium.
That's for medium.
Yeah, but three
But I
three
think
nine
this
zero
value
eight
is wrong.
zero.
This value is wrong.
Okay.
See, there is no
Yeah.
formula. We cannot apply it right here.
So there is two numbers of the same.
Hmm. That's why we are getting. See, for high again, it is 10%. See?
10%. Yes. No, not 10%, Deepa. See the next one, 59840. The below
But it's,
one.
yeah, that's what I said. That there is
It's
no
wrong.
standard formula, and that's why we are
Okay.
getting the wrong values. But you understood, no? How you
Yes. Yes.
calculated.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
so I just mean that you actually in real condition we don't get so many calculated values. We have to
Okay.
calculate it. Either you do a calculated column or you do something conditional
Right.
calculated measure. Okay.
Okay.
So these
Yes.
are x functions. These are very important x functions. X
Right.
functions
Okay.
you always work on this because and then I think we also worked on calculated function, and I think tomorrow we'll work on filter functions, and after
Yes.
that we'll work on date
Date
function.
function.
Okay,
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
so I'll work on date function and I'll show you how it happens.
Okay, Deepa. Sure.
Okay, so I'll save this.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll share. So tomorrow, what time shall I connect with you?
Uh, what time you can do, Deepa? Can you do tonight?